Okay, we are live. We are live for today's training. Okay, we're live. We're live. Okay, we're live. Okay, we're live. Okay, I'm waiting for all the participants to come on board, and then we'll begin in the next 1 minute. All right. So I have my book here. Okay. Okay, I can see somebody. If you can hear me, kindly respond with our normal comment 111. I see one person already. If you can hear me, type 111. I believe others are joining. So if you can hear me, just type 111 and then we'll begin immediately. Okay. All right. So I'm still waiting for your comments. Okay. Great. Mr. Boniface, I can see you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. I celebrate your consistency and I celebrate your timeliness. You always come on time. Okay. Celebrate you too, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I think we have people already. So let's get on with what we have today. So I welcome you guys to today's training. Today's training is going to be very, very brief. Like I said, I'm starting with a preamble, more like I'm trying to water the ground for what is to come. Now, normally I would have started telling you, okay, technical analysis, draw this, draw that, but because of I want us to first have a solid foundation. That is why I'm taking my time to explain all of these things. Now, what we'll be covering today is just as simple as what is crypto trading and investment. And then I know that some of you here must already know what crypto trading and investment is. But for the sake of emphasis, let us not assume that everybody knows. Understand? Since I already put it out there, that, okay, this is what I'm going to get. Let us not assume that everybody knows. So let us take it step by step and ensure that we break down everything related to cryptocurrency to people so that nobody have any excuse. Let it not be like tomorrow now when you're confronted by a small question and then you be blank. No, I don't want it to show like that. Why I'm emphasizing this particular point is because I've seen people, like I mentioned in the first training, somebody came to my DM and he was asking me some questions, and then I was like, okay, I was like, why are you in a hurry? You're sounding like a complete newbie. Why are you not in a hurry to go and learn this particular point? And then the person was like, he's not a complete newbie. Oh. The problem is that the person that taught him did not teach this particular aspect. I was like, okay, wow. It is possible that his tutor assumed that this person already knows some certain things, so he did not really allow himself to teach that particular aspect. He just jumped into the main deal, and that's led this particular student of his into having some misconception, and then he had to come to me to get that clarification. So to ensure that none of my students become like that particular person who people will be calling him boss, but at the end of the day, he does not even know exactly what cryptocurrency or crypto trading is. Understand? So that is why I'm taking my time to explain what crypto trading and investment is. So yeah, what is crypto trading and investment? As simple as anything, crypto trading and investment refers to the buying and selling of cryptocurrency for profit. Anything other than that, na scam. I don't know if you understand. Anything other than buying and selling of cryptocurrency for profit, na scam. And then, like you always say, the ideal of every cryptocurrency trading, like the thing that you must ensure that you do is to buy low and sell high. That's just it. That is the ideal behind crypto trading and investment. Forget about all those that do futures trading and margin trading. Those ones are the baba. For example, now I personally trade just spot trading because there's a way cryptocurrency operates. It's just like when you want to learn how to you want to study how to be a medical doctor in school. There is no how you skip primary school where you're going to learn the fundamentals of ABCD, the fundamentals of writing and your numbers and your alphabet, and you want to go and learn features. In cryptocurrency, in as much as features give more money, features is seen as an advanced form of crypto trading. Understand? So at this particular moment now, I don't want you to get pressured by anybody that posts screenshot on features. No, what I'm teaching here is not anything features. Like someone met me before this training. I told him that I don't trade futures, but then at this moment I'm learning how to trade futures. And then guess who is going to be at the receiving end? By the time I'm done learning it, of course, I'm also going to teach you guys. In as much as futures trading is not part of the curriculum what I have for you guys, but then if you went through the landing page, you understand that I said intermittently I would come on board to sharpen or better expose you to more opportunities in cryptocurrency. Futures trading is one of them. But in the meantime, I want to expose you to the ideal behind crypto trading. So even while you wait to learn futures trading, you can start making money from them. And then what is the ideal? Buy low, sell high. That is what sports trading is. All right. So the idea behind crypto trading investment is what is buying and selling of cryptocurrency for profit. Forget any other discussion you're hearing people tell you. Now scam, like I said. Now crypto trading and crypto investment have very thin line separating them. All right, there's a very thin line separating crypto trading and crypto investment. And then what is that thin line? The duration for which this investment lasts. All right, so let's talk about crypto trading now. Now, what is crypto trading? Now, crypto trading is the buying and selling of cryptocurrency for short-term gains. Remember, I said the difference between crypto investment and crypto trading is just what the duration. Of course, there are other factors that are involved, but then the main thing that is dividing investment from trading is just what the duration for which you're buying or selling your cryptocurrency for profit. So if you're buying and selling your cryptocurrency for profit on a short-term basis, you are trading cryptocurrency. For example, now I'm more of a crypto trader than an investor. Don't worry, I'm going to explain to you why I'm more of a crypto trader than an investor. A time would come whereby I'll become more like an investor. Definitely, a time will come where I'll merge both trading and investment. You get, but at this particular moment in time, I'm more of a trader than an investor. All right. So, like I said, crypto trading is just the buying and selling of cryptocurrency at a crypto trading is just the buying and selling of cryptocurrency for immediate profits in a short-term basis. By short term, I mean maybe 1 to 2 months max. Some people might say 2 months is long. Yeah, 2 months is long, but then I'm just saying the span of crypto trading is 1 to 2 months max. But I don't think I've been in any trade that lasts up to a month. To show you how flexible and how short term my goals are, I ensured okay, once I'm entering the particular trade, within a very short period of time, my trade ought to have played out. So I take my profit and then I go home. All right. So now, what is crypto investment? Now, crypto investment, on the other hand, is just buying and selling of cryptocurrency on the long-term perspective. And when I mean long-term perspective, I'm talking about 6 months, 1 year, 10 years, 5 years. Trust me, guys, this is where the main money is in cryptocurrency. But then there's actually, there are processes to these things. And then the first process you need to come in contact with is crypto trading. Except, of course, you have maybe 1 or 2 factors that can help you advance into the investment platform, into the investment phase of crypto trading. But then for a start, if you don't have some of these required factors in place, then you need to understand that crypto investment is something you should consider as a last option. Now, you might be wondering now, what are these factors now? How do you decide if you're a crypto trader or a crypto investor? Now, let me give you guys, there are three factors that I want you guys to pay attention to. You know yourself. I cannot choose for you whether you be an investor or a trader, but then I want to believe that if you go through this these three criteria I'm going to be listing now, it should direct you on which to choose. Of course, I'm already suggesting that you become a crypto trader at first, but then rather than just take my word for it, I'm going to expose you to some criteria that I want you to pay attention to those criteria, evaluate yourself, and then you yourself, you see which of these categories you fall under. Let it not be like, now para make I become trader. No. By the time you look at some of these criteria, you yourself, you know that, okay, this is why I need to be a trader before an investor. Then probably you may want to say, okay, you're a trader, but I'm both an investor. Understand? Yeah, I put that, do that one, and then that's where I want all of us to get to, where we become a crypto trader and a crypto investor. But for a start, I think it's much more better and effective that you become a crypto trader. All right. So what is this criteria, or what is going to be the determinant factor to decide if you be a crypto trader or a crypto investor? Number one is your capital. The amount you have to invest, the amount you have to spare in order for you to invest in this industry. Your capital should decide if you be an investor or a crypto trader. Now, let me tell you why capital is very important. When I got in contact with cryptocurrency, that was 2020, Ethereum was selling at $70. All right. So imagine somebody coming to pride himself as an investor, and then he went and buy just 1 Ethereum with $70 and say, I want to hold it for long term, so I'm going to make generational wealth. He wants to be an investor because of $70. Then he now held that $70, and then by 2021, Ethereum rose to as high as $3,000. That is almost in a year, in a year gap. Yes, it's a good investment from $70 to $3,000. That is a good investment. But then because of his capital is small, just $70, his return on investment is very, very small. Look at it, even if you go and do bricklayer work, you would make more than what $3,000. That's if you're saving every penny you make. Maybe every day you're going to do bricklayer work, you're going to make more than what $3,000. That's for 2 years. You're going to make more money than priding yourself in an investor. But because of people do not really understand this particular concept, they'll go and carry small money and go and invest. And then probably when the investment pays out with good return on investment, what they'll just get at the end of the day is a very small money. Why? Because of the money they invested in the first place is very, very small. Imagine somebody going to say he's calling himself an investor, and then all he could afford to invest was 20,000 naira. Now, let's say within the space of a year, that 20,000 naira did what? 10x. 10x is a massive profit in cryptocurrency. Imagine 20,000 naira, 10x is what? Is 200,000 naira. Imagine if that person has used big amount of money to invest. Imagine if that person has used maybe 2 million to invest. 2 million and gives you 20x and gives you 10x is what? Is 20 million. That is what we call profit, mad profit in cryptocurrency. But because of people are quick to call themselves investor, and then they have small capital, and then because they don't even understand this truth, I'm telling you now, they would end up misplacing priorities. With your small 20,000 naira, you need to learn how to trade cryptocurrency. You need to become a crypto trader, so you can learn how to trade and because trading is going to help you increase your trading capital faster. You understand? In as much as investment in the long run, investment tends to play out well, but then it plays out well when you have invested huge amount of capital in the initial stage of investment. Like I said, imagine somebody going to go and for 1 year, he went and invested maybe January 2022, he invested 20,000 naira in his crypto portfolio, and then by December, let's say the coin he invested did 10x, and then that's giving him 200,000 naira. That is 4. Now imagine that is just 10x in the whole of the year. Now imagine somebody that was consistent in getting 20 every month, he's getting 25% of his money. By the time you check 25% of 20,000 naira, you understand that the money that person will make in 6 months is going to be more than what that person that did investment in like the money, the person that was trading and was making 20% in every month, maybe 25% of his 20,000 every month, would get more return or more money than the person that did invested that particular money. Now, here's the beauty of it. By the time you trade and then you increase your capital, you can then increase your investment budget. As simple as that. You can then use the proceeds from your trading to increase your investment budget. But a lot of people do not really understand this concept. So if you have 100K now and then you want to learn, you want to become a crypto investor, and as much as it's good to become a crypto investor, but first of all, go and learn how to trade so that you can increase your capital. By the time you increase your capital, you can now increase your investment budget. That way you make the most out of anything called investment. But then if you don't understand this particular part, you might go and carry small money that you ought to have increased via trading to help you increase your portfolio, and go and say you want to go and invest. At the end of the day, the return might be good. You might have 10x, but then do you have anything to write home about it? No. I cannot be calling myself a crypto investor if at the end of the year, all I can make is 100,000. Maybe I go and carry 10K and I'm going to invest 10K, and then after 1 year, I got 100K. In as much as that is profit, that is not really a healthy profit in cryptocurrency. Because you want to tell me that in the whole year, the money you're spending on food and everything is no more than 100,000 naira. The idea of investment is to generate massive wealth for you. Don't go and settle for less. That is why I said be comfortable talking about big numbers. Because if you're not comfortable talking about big numbers, you say, after all, I invested 10K and then I got 100K. Now, good profit with that. It's not good profit. Let's be realistic to ourselves. Because if had they been you're not working, can that thing sustain you? No. The idea of investment is to sustain you in the long run. But a lot of people do not really understand this particular. They rather want to go and call themselves crypto investor, and they'll go and invest money, one small amount of money, and then they'll come and be shocked that I'm a crypto investor. I got 10x my profit. You got 10x, but how much is it 10x? You invested 10K and you got 100K. You're shouting 10x. That is because of a limited mentality. I want you to look at the situation whereby if at all you're investing and then maybe you get 10x, your 10x should be reading in hundreds of millions. So I know that okay, yes, your investment is catering for your retirement plan. So your capital should determine if you're going to be a trader or an investor. Now the next thing I want to talk about the next factor that's going to determine if you be an investor or a trader is your risk tolerance. Your risk tolerance. Trust me, guys, trading has more risk than investment. In as much as both of them they're all risks. They all have risks. So, but then the risk associated with trading cryptocurrency is more than the risk associated with investment. Because like I said, investment is what is a long term. So probably when you buy this particular coin, you might not really be attached to your portfolio. You might not be looking at your portfolio every time. You understand? So, but since you're not looking at your portfolio every time, it is much more easier for you to have your mind off the market. But imagine you're a trader now. Every moment, heart attack, your mind is beating by high blood pressure simply because of what your eyes is staring at the chart. You're looking at the every price movement. Like as today, you know, one funny thing, I actually went out for an event. I didn't even know that Bitcoin has dumped to $23,000. That was because I had other systems that are giving me money. And since I discovered that the market is in an unhealthy state, I stay off the market. I've not been trading. That's just the joy of cryptocurrency. You must not trade every time. See, there are instances where you don't need to force yourself to trade. Because if you force yourself to trade, you end up forcing yourself into losses. That is why it's very important to have a source of income. All right, that is just by the way. I just wanted to chip that in, Sha. So now your risk tolerance. Now, are you that person that cannot really tolerate risks? Are you that person that wants to start trading every 2 minutes? Your eye is on your chart. If you're that kind of person, then understand that being a trader is going to be difficult for you, except if you drop that mentality. When we started back, if I enter a trade, my eyes will be on that trade 24 hours. I will not be productive throughout that day, simply because of what my risk tolerance has not yet been properly established. People like me now, I cannot, if I want to trade now, as of with my old mentality, whereby if I enter a trade, my eye will be there, but I cannot really benefit from other aspect of crypto trading, aside from from investment, because investment is what is going to give you peace of mind. Once you put your money back, and you know there is money you can afford to lose, put it there and then go and sleep. Just okay, I'm going to come and check this money after 6 months. So by the time you put down or you commit that money, then go and sleep, then that is all for you. But then if you're a trader, you need to constantly visit your portfolio to ensure that, okay, your trade is going as planned. And for that reason, the risk there is much. It's possible you might go and FOMO or take wrong selling decisions, or a lot of things like that might come in contact, and then it might affect your trading decision. So your risk tolerance is something you need to work on, and then it's something that should direct you whether you should be an investor or a trader. So if you're someone that small thing they make you fear, I think it's better for you to be an investor. But then if you consider the fact that you cannot be afraid and then you don't have capital to invest, so what do you need to do in this instance? You need to go and work on your risk tolerance. Trust me, nobody was born with a healthy risk tolerance level. No, we all learned at one point. We are still learning, not that we are still learning in the process. Because man, buying cryptocurrency with 10,000 and buying cryptocurrency with 10 million has different feeling attached to it. If you go and meet two investors, that one person invested with 10 million and that person invested with 50,000, both of them react differently to the market. You understand? So your risk tolerance should determine which of these two you should pick. Mind you, like I said, you can do both of them. But for a start, if you don't really have capital, you can start trading first. And then once you build your portfolio, then you can now start thinking of how you can diversify into both trading and investment. Right? So your risk tolerance of things you also take note of. Then the last factor, the other factors, but then the last factor we're going to be looking at is your time. How free are you? I remember when some of you were signing up for this mentorship session, you were asking me that, this one that my work is tight for me, would I be able to profit from this trading? Will I be able to function in trading? Yes, you can be able to function in trading, but it depends on the kind of strategy you want to employ. If you know that your kind of work is not really flexible like that, you can start to be an investor and leave the trading for people like me that have all the time to be looking at charts. Are you getting it? Because yes, we cannot deny the fact that for you to be a trader, you need to be there need to be some commitment with your chart. Although there are different strategies which we talk about, but then for a start, you need to understand that the time you have, the luxury of time you have, should decide whether you be an investor or a trader. So if you have plenty of time, it's possible that trading might fit you because you have a lot of time to monitor the chart. But if you don't have a lot of time to monitor the chart, I think being an investor, whether you just invest, probably it's okay. Since I don't really have much time to be looking at the chart back to back like this, I can just want to be an investor. You remove a huge amount of money, you invest, and they say after 6 months you're going to come and check it. As simple as that. All right. So the amount of time you have at your disposal should decide if you'll be an investor or a crypto trader. All right. If you're getting me, kindly type 222 in the comment section. Let me know that you're getting this file. Just type 222 in the comment section. All right. So my eyes are on the comment section. Now let's look at what the next thing we're going to be talking about today, which is what okay, I've talked about how to choose trading strategies. It's going to be what crypto trading strategies. All right. Now, this crypto trading and investment, there are different ways of investing in this particular asset. Now, each of these assets now depends on your plan. All right. Okay, Mr. Boniface, I can see you. Thank you. I can see you. I can see you. can see you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Okay, so let's continue now. So like I said, okay, I can see all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So like I said now, investing in cryptocurrency now depends on the strategy. In as much as whether you want to be an investor or what, or a short-term trader or a trader, there are actually some strategies you need to employ. Now, what are these strategies? Now, what are what are crypto trading strategies? Crypto trading strategies are the plan you use to execute your trade. The plans used to execute your trades. Now, let me give you guys a clear instance why a trading strategy is what is very, very appropriate. Let's assume you want to go to a war front. Do you just wake up one morning and start walking into the war front? No, you need to actually strategize your moves. Now, what does this strategy encompass? Your strategy encompasses when are you going to launch an attack, how are you going to launch an attack, a fallback plan. Let's say, okay, your analysis, your calculation does not fall back, and then the opponent decides to start. Maybe the opponent was outsmarts you. How do you respond in situations like that? All of this is what describes your trading strategies. I tell you, trading cryptocurrency is like going into a war front. Because it's only when you're going to a war front that you'll be tensed up. The moment you want to press a buy button in cryptocurrency, you discover that you're tensed up. And for the fact you're tensed up, we can liken crypto trading to a war front. So in order for you to properly go into the war front and come out successfully, you need to have a trading strategy. That trading strategy would help you. All right, and then if your kind of occupation is not really that flexible like that, the trading strategy is also going to help you to position to how I say it now, to organize yourself so that your trading strategy, your trading career does not really interfere with your ideal career. Now, let's assume you're an engineer now, and then you want to go and an engineer cannot go and choose a trading strategy with a soldier. An engineer cannot go and choose a trading strategy with me that's at home here, because he might want to go to the site and go and work. So what am I trying to say? Trading strategies are unique and are subjective. No trading strategy is objective. Every trading strategy is subjective, in the sense that you know yourself. Your trading strategy works only for you alone. You are the one to decide your trading strategies. I'm just going to give you a insight on the various trading strategies we have, and then you yourself, you look at, okay, this is who I am, this is who I am not. Then this is how I should be able to arrange my trading strategy or my trading plan to so that it suits my uniqueness. I cannot go and give my own trade strategy because it's possible it might not work for you. What worked for me will not work for you. That is cryptocurrency for you. So what worked for me will not work for you. So you need to understand yourself. It's when you understand yourself, when you discover yourself, the process of self-awareness is going to help you to draft out a strategy that suits you. Without a plan, you're not able to measure your progress. Without a plan, without a strategy, you're not able to know what works for you and what does not work for you. So if you want to know what works for you, so that you can keep repeating what works for you, then you need to have a plan. So imagine going to a war now. Let's use our war example. Imagine going to a war now, and then you discover that anytime you do this particular strategy, no, let's use football. Yes, football. Imagine a coach now saying, okay, guys, he summoned his players, and then before they go into the pitch, tell them, okay, this is how you're going to play defense like this. We are going to use this defense 3-3-4. I don't watch football, but let's say 3-4-4, 3-4-4-3. That is the strategy we're going to use. And then maybe they launch into the pitch, and then the opponent smash them 4-0. Do you think that particular coach will repeat that same strategy again? No. You know that, okay, there's a weakness in that particular strategy. So he's going to change it to maybe 5-4-4-3-2, depending on whichever the case may be. What signaled him that particular strategy did not work at first? That is because he already had it documented. He already understand that was a plan. And then since the plan did not work as planned, then he still had the luxury of opportunity to change it. But had he had not made any plan in the first place, he would not even know what works. Imagine if he hadn't arranged his players now, if they all launched into the football pitch, he might not be able to attribute what exactly led to their failure. He might say, Kai, maybe na the goaler or na the referee, or maybe it's the goalkeeper or it's the referee that cheated us or something like that. You get? But because of he understood that it was the formation that was not in favor of them, he will be able to change it in such a way that he can create put in a new formation that would put them in at a winning side. That is what crypto trading strategies help you to do. It helps you to fashion a trading strategy that helps you. Should in case that strategy gives you profit, it will teach you to keep on using it and take advantage of it. But if you don't trade with a trading plan, you end up trading based on luck. You just be entering the market blindly. If you make profit, you don't know how you take and make the profit. If you make loss, you don't know what you did that made you make the loss. You just keep on dangling things and then causing confusion for yourself. But then a proper trading plan is going to help you to understand what you need to do. What did you do that made you to win, and what did you do that make you to lose? Right. So that is just what crypto trading strategies work. Crypto trading strategies are. I trust you're understanding what it is. So now there are different kind of trading strategies now, but then I'm just going to give you a few. I'm just going to list just 3. Then I want you to pay attention to them, and then we'll be done for today's section. Like I say, I'm not just going to be bombarding you guys with a lot of talks. From tomorrow, we'll start doing some practicals, all right? But then this is just a preamble so that to get your mind relaxed with what you're about to start learning. So now, this crypto trading strategies now that we're talking about, we have number 1 is day trading. Remember, I tell you that crypto trading strategies on its own is what these are. How do I call it now? Plans that helps you in the execution of your trade. Now, what is a day trading strategy now? A day trading strategy is a plan that happens within 24 hours, meaning whatever you're going to do, but it must happen within that 24 hours. That is one trading strategy. So let's say as a trading strategy, as a crypto trader, and I say, okay, I want to be a day trader now. That is strategy I want to employ now. I mean, okay, if I enter a particular trade, I must make sure I exit that particular trade on that same day. It will not exit the other day. It doesn't care whether I'm in profit or whether I'm in loss. I'm going to exit the market. Now, how does day trading make sense? Now, day trading makes sense in the sense that you'll be able to measure your progress sharply. You'll be able to measure your progress faster. Let's say, okay, I pick a particular trade, and then it will help you not to look out for big gains, because certain movements in the crypto industry does not really happen overnight. They take time to play out. But if you want to become a day trader now, you'll be looking for small profit, probably looking for maybe 2%, 3%, and then that is all. Because of you don't have your mind fixated on huge profit. You want to position yourself such that once you enter a trade today, before the end of today, you must exit that particular trade. That is what crypto traders are. All right. So now, if you're asking now, as a newbie now, do you just become a day trader? No. Becoming a day trader requires specialized skill. Because if you don't know how to navigate your way through cryptocurrency, but it's going to be hard for you to be able to spot entry positions that can play out within the next 24 hours. All right. So as a newbie now, becoming a day trader is going to be a bit more. Should I say it's going to be hectic for? It's going to be something I don't recommend any newbie to venture into day trading. Although when you begin to grow in the industry, you might become a day trader and then you might see the beauty of it. But now like this, but avoid day trading. Because even myself, although there are certain times I might take a trade and then I might exit that same trade in the same day, probably when my take profit hits. But then my day trade, my trading strategy is flexible, in the sense that if my target is not hit within a particular day, I can move into the next day. And then I'm going to come to that particular trading strategy. And then that is the one I want you guys to see how you can imbibe. So many day traders are people that, like I said, they'll just enter a particular trade. Even if they enter the trade at 11 p.m., before 12 p.m., they will exit the market. But then what do? They look out for just short-term gains. They don't look forward for accumulated gains. Probably they just look for maybe 2% or 3% profits. All right. So now, if you look at now, another criteria I need to consider before you picking day trading is that your capital you're investing. Like I said, day traders they look for small profit, like maybe 1%, 2%. That's mean of 2% of your investment capital. So if not 30K they carry trade, I would not recommend you to be a day trader, because 2% of 30,000 naira is how much? Do the math and see. It's very, very small, right? But then check 2% of 3 million. Are you seeing the difference now? So people that trade day trading, but they use plenty money, in the sense that even if they enter the trade and then it's just more 1% they make, it's big money for them. So they feel okay, and this money, I know if you allow the money to just stay for the market overnight, because sometimes overnight some things they happen for midnight, you understand? Some of these whales will just wake up one day and decide to dump a coin on you. So because of they are putting big amount of money in that particular industry, they will not be able to say, okay, I'm going to sleep on this particular asset. No, they ensure that okay, they exit the market at before the day runs out. So you see, the amount of money you're going to use to invest determines if you be a trader, a day trader. If you don't have plenty money, if you know say 1% no go really show, if you know that 1% is not really a big money in your capital, no need of you thinking about day trading. Right? No need of you thinking about day trading, because I can only imagine, even if it's 5% you made in a day trade, they said 50,000, 5% of 50,000 is how much? Just 2,500, right? That is a poor amount of money for you to trade with if you're using 50,000 naira. So that is why day trading is not really advisable for people that have small capital, and it's not even advisable for newbies. All right. So now let's look at the next one now. scalpel traders. Right now, these scalpel traders, and these are people that is a deadly and high risk trading strategy. I call it what the high risk trading strategies. The risks are what are very, very high, because scalpel traders, but they exit the market, they enter and exit the market, excuse me, in seconds, or at worst in minutes. Then in worst case scenario, we can say in hours, but then they don't reach hours. The only is that once they enter the market, they can enter the market and exit before 60 seconds. Why are they doing like that? They are taking advantage of all these small moves. Now, if you don't, by the time we start practicing chatting, that is when we start practicing all those green lines you see, you understand that each of those candles, but they are different time frames. We have the 5-minute time frame, we have the 1-minute time frame. So scalpel traders now, they work with what? With 1 minute. Like they trade on the smallest time frame. They take advantage of all those small moves that happen. A scalpel trader can in and exiting what in 1 second once they get a particular profit they're looking for. They don't stay long in the market. They're like thieves, because once they enter small profit, boom, they are thrown away. This is high risk, because if you don't know how to do scalpel trade, if you don't know how to scalpel bar, you serious loss will jam you. People that scalpel are big boys, and then scalpel is not something you do with small money. You scalpel with big money, because scalpelers, but honestly speaking, some scalpelers used to even exit the market with less than 1% profit. Now, let me give you an instance. Now, there's one of my boss. He wanted to just go and buy. He wanted to buy a new mobile phone. He just woke up one morning and like, "Kai, his mobile phone is old." He wanted to buy a new mobile phone. Do you know how much he carried and trade? He carried 30 million, and he now put 30 million inside the market. And then in less than 2 minutes, he exited the market, and he now returned back his 30 million to his bank account, and that was it. He did not really come to trade. Say he wanted to trade. He was just looking for instant profit. But that is when that is mastery that gives you that kind of opportunity. So you might see scalpelers now, he will carry like 30 million to get 30,000. Ridiculous, isn't it? But that shows how high risk it is. They'll carry what? Big amount of money, huge, like I said, 30 million, but then how much are they looking for? 30,000 naira. And then, in cryptocurrency, the amount of money you use to invest will determine how will determine your ability to take profits. Trust me, guys, if you're investing with 10,000 naira, before you get 1,000 naira profit, you must wait for 10% movement. And 10% movement in cryptocurrency is tug of war. Before you see a 10%, if you're good, before you catch a 10% move, it will take the grace of God, to take extra special skills. All right. So, but these scalpers, and they don't care. They will carry big amount of money, 30 million, just to catch 30K. 30K is less than 1% of their profit, of their money. But when we don't want to just get money for fuel, you understand? That is how scalpel traders work. They enter the market and exit very fast before they chop their money. Sometimes it used to go wrong, they used to lose their money, but that's why I call it high risk. When the person get money, they go scalpel. If you don't have money, don't even think of scalpel instead, because it's not going to favor you. So scalpelers is one form of trading. Just imagine you need urgent 2K, and then you just enter the market, and then once you make your 2K, you're off the market. Maybe you needed the money to just buy phone, or maybe someone just asked you for money, and then you don't want to come money from your pocket. You don't want to give them the money from your pocket. You just go and carry your big portfolio. You just go and look for one particular. You just take advantage of one very small pump. But because of the money you're investing into that particular market is big, that small pump can give you a tangible amount of money to settle that immediate need. That is what scalpers do. So you can see maybe in 1 hour, before 1 hour will be finished, some scalpers have traded up to 20 times. Their eyes are on the chart like this. They are looking at the chart like, oh boy. You see, the smallest move, they are out to, because they know that, okay, if the market just go like this, they're out of the market. It's taking them into losses. So it's high risk trading. All right. So you already know scalpers is not for you if you don't have plenty money, and then if you're not an expert. See, day trading is for experts and people that have money. Scalpel trading is for experts that, as an extreme expert, that also have plenty money. All right, so now let's look at that. The last one is going to be favorable to you as a newbie. And what is that particular one? Swing trading. Now, swing trading is a form of trading that is flexible, in the sense that if you enter a particular market in a day, and then maybe your take profit, you just able to achieve your take profit within that particular day, you exit, fine. If you enter the particular trade and then maybe your take profit was not able to reach, and then it cross over to the next day, you can still hold your position. That's how flexible it can be. And then let's assume the second day it did not play out, you can still hold your position to the third day. So swing traders have the leverage of opportunity to stay in the market for at least a week and wait for their assets to play out. So far as it does not yet hit your stop loss, you can still watch the cryptocurrency, you can still watch the asset play out in that particular order. Like I said, in cryptocurrency, patience work very well. And then for these swing traders, they need patience very well, because sometimes you might do analysis and then say, okay, this particular coin, it go pump. You've done your analysis. Okay, like they want. If maybe I'll share my chart on Steam. The last analysis, one analysis I did like that, it took about 4 days to play out. When I did the analysis, I know, okay, this coin was going to pump. I entered the trade, put my stop loss, put my take profit, and then I allowed it to play out. I know that it's not going to be long for it to play out. I was just flexible with my thoughts. Okay, I thought if this thing, if after 10 days it does not take, if it does after 10 days it does not really reach where it is, where I was intending to take profit, I'm going to just sell off and exit the market. But I think it was after 4 days after my analysis that the trade hit my take profit. That is what is showing what flexibility. So as an individual, you should start understanding that, okay, swing trading is what is possible for you. Because at least it can give you the opportunity to wait until you amass huge amount of profit before exiting that particular market. Note, all of these trading strategies, you're actually going to be experiencing losses. That should, in case your analysis does not really work out well. But then if your analysis plays out well, then it is going to if your analysis plays out well, then you're going to make profit. But then if it does not play out well, you're definitely going to make some few losses. And then, like I said, be comfortable with making some losses. All right. So yeah, this is just what I have today. Like I said, I'm not just going to be boring anybody with much more talks. I want all of this my trainings to be at most 30 to 40 minutes, and then we're just 37 minutes now, and then we are done with this particular section. All right, this all you need to know about what crypto trading and what an investment. So where we talked about the trading strategies, we talked about what is trading, what is investment, and then what are the various types of crypto trading strategies. And then from what I said, you understand that swing trading is the most preferable form of strategy for you. Don't worry, along the line, the whole of this training is more like they are connected. In the sense that as you keep on progressing, you keep on seeing how to better fashion a proper trading strategy for yourself. Don't worry, all the bonus I promised. Remember, I said I was going to give you guys a AA Trade Plus journal. Don't worry, I'm going to be releasing these journals when each of these materials when it's appropriate. I don't just release the material and then people just dump it. I want to, okay, by the time we cover that particular aspect, and then I'm going to release the material to you so that you'll be able to see, so that the material should augment whatever we're doing here. So by the next training, like I said, we're going to start talking about how to use Binance, understanding the interface of Binance. Because now, aside from just knowing what is trading and what is investment, you need to know how to buy, how to sell. Trust me, guys, all these buying and selling people are just doing, it's not they are professional way of doing what buying and selling. You need to understand some of those technicalities in buying and selling. You need to understand how to set your market order, how to set your stop loss order, how to set your different kind of orders in cryptocurrency. I'm going to teach you by tomorrow. I'm going to teach you the interface of Binance app. So by the time you just enter your house, and then if you like, even if they blindfold your eyes, you can be able to trace your parlor. That is how I want you guys to start to master that Binance interface. So by tomorrow, I'm going to talk extensively about that interface. So by then, I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm not going to be using this live stream again. I'll be using Google Meet, either Google Meet or Zoom, whichever the case may be. So that I'll be able to show you my screen, so that you'll be able to understand and see practically whatever I'm doing. Then from there, we can begin to proceed to other advanced and much more practical things. Because all of these ones are just like more and more. By the time we start getting to the main gist, then you'll understand that crypto trading is actually very, very interesting. All right. So if you got value and then you understood what I was saying all this while, kindly comment yes in the comment section, and then we'll call it a day. All right. If you've understood and then you've gotten value, kindly type yes in the comment section, and then we'll wrap it up for today. My eyes are on the comment section. I trust you got value. Like I said, we're not going to be spending much time here. We're just going to be going straight to the point, and then we are done. I'm just going to give you guys punchline. Like I said, this is a mentorship session. I don't intend to rush anybody to success. I'm going to take my time and ensure that I follow you guys small, so that people should understand and internalize this thing. You're not just here, you're here to make the money, but I want it to be properly grounded. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Godwin. I can see you. Thank you so much. I can see you. So yeah, I believe you all. Thank you, Mr. Boniface. I can see you. I believe you all got value today, and the next session is actually going to be very, very exciting. All right. So, like I said, the replay is going to be available. So I'm going to be sending the replay anytime soon. All right. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye.